Coach. Thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Baltimore Ravens. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go! The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Mike 54! Mike 54! Let's put him on the buses.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 31, Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Good work after the catch. Gets them 15 and a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. They give to Johnson going right. And he's got room. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Johnson. His 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
54 Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Motion, motion. 54.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey.
Come on out here.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Watch out. Check Mike 54.
From the 44, Mariota looking downfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now Trubisky lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 23.
It's a gain of 20 yards. First down, Detroit.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers. Everyone got involved to force a fourth down.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go! The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Kill, turn up.
They'll run with McCaffrey. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the Lions' 37-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, Mariota. Able to get this to Gordon. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On second and a couple. Trubisky. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's Trubisky to throw, and he's got his man. That's Landry.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Lions.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. D Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Flushed out right. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. On first down, Johnson. The tackle made by Landon Roberts.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, D. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Trubisky will throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. They'll run it with Johnson, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. David Johnson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marvin Jones, 77 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of 2 ways, either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing here, Trubisky. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. This is brought in at the 21. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Motion, motion, motion.
To throw is Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. I'm coming for you, son.
Throwing is Mariota. And that's caught by Beasley. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 25 yards that time.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
All day, dog.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
65. 54 is not strike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. One. You all day. All day.
To the air again. Mariota gets it to Gordon. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it.
Check.
Final play of the half here, Mariota. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marvin Jones, as time expires in the first half, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They show great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Keep it up. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Mariota to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Alpha.
Mariota on first down. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Alert 3. 66. Bullet high. Check 40.
Mariota now. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check it out.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Check. Lucky.
Mariota. A short throw caught by Andrews. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
3rd and short yardage. Mariota. It's caught. Jones. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Preston Smith there on the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 25 on second down, Mariota got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Ravens have taken the lead. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They begin the drive with Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Trubisky. Letting one go deep for Roberts. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Detroit. 46 yards.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And boy, they hit that one.
We won it. Come to my work.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
18. He's checking credit.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down. D Ford, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Right here.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. To Johnson again. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Trubisky to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Allen Robinson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now it's Trubisky. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2, try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A 1st down throw for Mariota. And this one caught by Beasley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. And
that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marvin Jones, 61 yards. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the two-point conversion. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon, and he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They go to Johnson again. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a...
And he will score! Touchdown, Lions! Mitchell Trubisky with now 2 4th-quarter touchdowns as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Off the play fake, Mariota looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch.
Now Mariota. Over the middle, complete. It's Cox. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Watch the screen.
First down, Mariota. That's complete. It's Gordon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Double dog, double dog. That's the way. 57.
Throwing is Mariota. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Mariota to throw. And this one complete to Levine Toilolo. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Gold is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. He'll look to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get in the field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go...
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marvin Jones with 6 seconds remaining. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get got.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you